Hi there, welcome to our lesson for today. As you see, we have our learning outcomes. We have two directives to cover within that lesson. We are going to start our lesson for today by these two questions. The first one, what should you do if there is an earthquake? And what shouldn't you do? I'd like you to think about the answer for these two questions. I'll let you watch a video now that may help you get some information about the answer.
Earthquakes can be violent and frightening, but there's plenty you can do to protect yourself. From Lifehacker, this is the Disaster Manual. Most earthquakes only last a few seconds. Even the really powerful ones last less than 30 seconds, although they can feel a lot longer. When you feel a tremor, do not run outside. First, get down on your hands and knees. This prevents you from getting knocked over and makes you a smaller target for falling objects, which are two of the most common earthquake-related injuries. While on the ground, crawl under something like a table for extra protection. As you move, use one hand to cover your head and neck from falling debris. Try to avoid windows, wall hangings, tall furniture, or filled cabinets. Once you find shelter, curl into a ball and use your arms to cover your head and neck. If you use a wheelchair or a mobility device, lock your wheels, bend over, and protect your head and neck with your arms. In the event that an earthquake strikes while you're asleep, stay in bed and cover your head and neck with your pillow. Trying to run through falling debris in the dark is a bad idea. Do not stand in a doorway. Doorways are only reinforced in old Adobe-style homes. Modern homes' door frames are no stronger than the rest of the house. When the shaking stops, look around and make sure nothing is about to fall onto you. Check if you smell gas or see damaged electrical wiring. Don't leave your home unless absolutely necessary and avoid calling people. You want to keep the roads and phone lines clear for emergency personnel. And then check your home for cracks in the roof or foundation. It's impossible to know if there will be any aftershocks, how intense they'll be, or when they'll stop. It's important to be vigilant after an initial earthquake so you're ready to protect yourself with these skills again. As long as there is no structural damage at this point, you can start cleaning everything up. Hopefully, the worst is over.
Now it's time to give me your answers. Let's check some. In the event of an earthquake, number 1, don't panic. Number 2, if you are at home, drop, cover, and hold. If you are somewhere else, try to find a way out. If you are in the street, keep distance from building. Try to go to assembly point. Don't stand near glass doors or windows. Turn off gas stove and electric bulbs. Don't drive and don't park under bridge. Use stairs. Don't use elevators. It's time now to learn some new words that may help you in our lesson. Panic. Panic. What does it mean, panic? It means the feeling of fear or terror. Panic. Stairs. Stairs. Here are the stairs, as you can see from our photo. Stairs. Lift. Lift. It is clear from the photo. What do we mean by lift? Sandstorm. Sandstorm. As you can see in the photo, what is a sandstorm? The ground. The ground is the source of the earth. Ground. Keep safe means stay safe or stay protected from danger. Keep safe. Keep safe. Staying at home these days will keep you safe from coronavirus. Now, it's time to answer some questions. I'll give you 1 minute to think about the answers. After that, we'll discuss the answers together. Let's check the answer together. Number 1, left. Number 2, ground. Number 3, stairs. Number 4, keep safe. Number 5, sandstorm. Number 6, panic. Now please, I'd like you to listen to the video to get some information about the modal verse for obligation that will help you a lot to answer the next question.
We're going to talk about obligation and advice. Now, obligation, we can say have to. Now, remember, have to, the same thing as have got to. So have to or have got to, must, and to give advice, of course, we use should. Now, have to or have got to, this is usually something that doesn't come from my feeling or from my heart. This is what we use to talk about normal obligations. But if it's really important to the speaker, if it's coming from my heart or my feelings, usually we use must. A normal rule is children have to go to school. This isn't my feeling, this is just a normal rule, a normal obligation. But something that comes from my heart, something that is very important to me, I must study today. This means it is very important to me. Now, we have to be careful about the negatives of this. Now, the negative of have to is I don't have to. The negative of have got to is I haven't got to. Now we have to be careful. This means there is no obligation. So that means it's my choice. So if you say you don't have to stay here, well, staying here, it's your choice. You can stay here or don't stay here. It's okay, I don't care. So don't have to or haven't got to, it means there is no obligation, it's your choice. But the negative of must is mustn't, and mustn't is a negative obligation, and that means don't do it. You can't do it. It's a bad idea. So in the store, you mustn't touch anything. That means don't touch anything. You can't touch anything. It's a bad idea. So we have to be careful with the negative. Now, should. Well, of course, should and shouldn't is soft. It's not very strong obligation. So usually we use this for advice. Now, let's talk about the past tense. Now, the past tense is interesting because in an obligation meaning must, we can't say in the past. We have to say had to or didn't have to. So a past obligation, I had to wake up early this morning. We can't say I must. We can't say I had to wake up early. The negative, remember, this means there's no obligation. I didn't have to wake up early this morning. Now, should, to talk about the past, we use should plus have plus a past participle, or negative, shouldn't plus have or a past participle. And we use this to talk about things that we feel bad about in the past. When you feel bad about something you did or something you didn't do, this is called a regret. Should have or shouldn't have is very popular to talk about regrets. So I was late this morning because I didn't wake up early. Oh man, I'm so stupid. I should have woken up early. Or I woke up late this morning because I went to bed late last night. I'm so stupid. Why did I go to bed late last night? I shouldn't have gone to bed late last night. Okay, those are the modals of obligation and advice.
As you heard, he talked about modal verbs for obligation. He talked about must, have to, should, plus infinitive. We can use the modal verb have to and must when it's important to do something and we have no choice. Also, we can use it to talk about rules. We can use the modal verb should to give advice, to say what we think is right or wrong. But you have to bear in mind something. There is a difference between using must and have to. We use must, or the speaker use must, to decide that something is necessary, like saying I must book a hotel for my trip next week. But if I use have to, it means someone else other than the speaker has made the decision. We have to wear a uniform at work. It is not your decision. It is someone else's decision, and you have to do. Now, please, I'd like you to open your box on page 53. Let's read the questions and think about the answers using should, have to, don't, or mustn't. Number 1, panic. Number 2, you get onto your hands and knees as quickly as possible. Number 3, don't forget to cover your head. Find a safe place and get under a strong table if you can. It's important to keep away from windows. Stay where you are. Only move if you really. The last one is use lifts. Use stairs if you have to. Let's think about the answers. Let's see what is the answer for number 1. As you see, number 1 is don't panic. Number 2, you should. For number 3, it will be have to. The last one, mustn't. Please, I'd like you to read the same activity again on page 53 in order to answer these questions, true or false. Read, and after that we'll check the answers. Let's start, please. Number 1, you shouldn't panic. Is it true or false? Number 2, you mustn't keep away from windows. Number 3, you should find a safe place and keep away from windows. Number 4, use stairs and not lifts. Let's check the answers. Number 1, yes, correct, it's false. Yeah, number 2 is false too. Number 3 is true. And the last one is true too. Now please move to page 54, exercise 3. Let's answer the questions, please. Look at the questions, try to think about the answer. Let's check if you get the correct answers or not. Number 1, mustn't. Number 2, should. Number 3, have to. Number 4, have to. Just right now, we'll move to another. Please watch that video and tell me what kind of natural disaster does it describe.
This footage may look like it's had some sort of filter put on it, but the sepia effect is in fact caused by sand. A major sandstorm pounded Dubai on Thursday morning, leading to the city being covered in a veil of orange. The sandstorm, which was caused by strong winds whipping up the sand, disrupted air traffic at airports in the region, with online flight data showing Abu Dhabi was also impacted by the bad weather. Many flights into Dubai from South Asia, Iran and the Gulf Cooperation Council region were delayed or cancelled. Despite the poor visibility, some people still ventured out onto the streets. The orangey images are a far cry from the usual sights of Dubai, with its fancy hotels and skyscrapers. The National Centre of Meteorology and Seismology on Thursday warned people to expect more strong wind loaded with sand, severely restricting visibility. Residents were advised to remain indoors.
Now please move to activity 4 in order to answer these questions. As you watched, the video was about a sandstorm, and my question is, have you ever been in a sandstorm? And what should people do to stay safe in a sandstorm? These are 2 questions are in need for answer from you. I'll let you watch another video in order to help you get the answer. Let's watch that one.
How to survive a dust storm or sandstorm. Dust and sandstorms are among nature's most violent and unpredictable phenomena. High winds lift dirt or sand particles into the air, unleashing a turbulent, suffocating cloud that can reduce visibility to almost nothing in a matter of seconds and cause property damage, injuries, and deaths. No matter where you live, it's a good idea to know what to do if you see a wall of sand racing toward you. Surviving a storm on foot. Put a mask over your nose and mouth. If you have a respirator or mask designed to filter out small particulates, put it on immediately. If you don't have a mask, wrap a bandana or some other piece of cloth around your nose and mouth. A shirt sleeve or a bra works good. Moisten it a bit if you have enough water. Apply a small amount of petroleum jelly to the inside of your nostrils to prevent drying of your mucous membranes. Protect your eyes. Eyeglasses offer minimal protection from blowing dust or sand, but airtight goggles are better. If you don't have goggles, shield your face with your arm as you move, then wrap a piece of cloth tightly around your head to protect your eyes and ears. Look for shelter. Even a parked car will do, so long as it is off the road and not in danger of getting hit. When possible, enclosures are your best bet. However, anything leeward, shielding you from the direction of the wind of the storm will be better than nothing. Sand will bounce around when it hits objects, so you should still try to cover as much of your skin and face as possible. If you cannot get to shelter, crouch down. It minimizes the chance you'll get hit by something flying. Get to high ground. The densest concentration of sand or dust bounces close to the ground, so the storm will be less forceful at the top of a hill. Seek high ground if you can find a safe, solid, high point, but only if the storm is not accompanied by lightning and there is no danger of being struck by heavier flying debris. Do not lie in a ditch, as flash flooding may occur even if no rain is falling where you are. In the actual dust cloud, rain generally dries up before it reaches the ground, but it may be raining nearby, and ditches, arroyos, and other low-lying areas can quickly flood. If you have a camel, have it sit down and press yourself against its leeward side. Camels are well adapted to surviving in dust storms. If you're in sand dunes, do not seek shelter right on the leeward side of the dune. The high winds can pick up huge amounts of sand very quickly, and you could find yourself being buried in sand. Shield yourself from flying objects. Seek out a large rock or other landform to protect you at least partially. Cover as much of your body as possible to protect yourself from flying sand. Wind-propelled sand can hurt, but a dust storm's high winds can also carry heavier, more dangerous objects. If you find yourself without shelter, try to stay low to the ground and protect your head with your arms, a backpack or a pillow. Wait out the storm. Don't try to move through the storm, it's much too dangerous. Stay where you are and wait for it to pass before you attempt to move to a different location. If you can quickly reach such shelter before a dust storm reaches you, get there as quickly as possible and stay inside. Close all windows and doors, and wait out the storm. If you're with other people, stick together to minimize the chances that someone gets lost.
Now let's check what can we do in the event of sandstorm. What should we do that time? Let's check. Don't try to move through the storm. Number 2, you have to close all doors and windows. 3, you should put a mask over your nose and mouth. Number 4, you must protect your eyes by wearing airtight goggles. You have to look for a shelter. I'll end that lesson with your homework. Please go to page 16 in your book, activity 5, write the answers. Next time I'll check your answers. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye.